Uh, how can we learn lots of stuff in 0.39 seconds? It's all about agility. I come from a company called Dawn Food Products. We make ingredients for bakery products. If you had a donut, you're eating us most of the time. Uh, so we have a very rich history of 100 years. We started in 1920. We have reinvented ourselves over and over again. We are privately held, privately managed and led, and it's run by the Jones family. So relationships are at heart of our industry. So we have 4 leadership attributes, and I'll call attention only to 2. One is agility, another one is simplicity. Agility is when we learn in our industry from industries that are not related to ours, and simplicity if we can do everything in 3 to 5 steps in the company. So we looked up a little bit of research, and this is a McKinsey thing that says that in an average company, your employees are spending almost like 1.8 hours a day searching for information to do the job. It's almost like on a Friday, you're off just searching all the day Google, right? So in an environment like that, can you be really agile without basics actually kicking in? And when we look at that kind of a equation, we look at what is existing in the marketplace today. So we asked ourselves 2 questions. Can we replace simple tasks and make people learn faster? Secondly, can we get into voice kind of technology, which helps you because voice is the most natural human behavior that we have in the world today. So we tried to take this thinking and we asked ourselves 2 key questions. One, how can we get the collective intelligence of the company in front of the customer? So when I stand in front of the customer, can I bring the knowledge of 100 years and all of 4,200 employees in front of the customer collectively? Second question we asked was, how can we really teach people tasks or behaviors in a micro bite-sized manner? And in the process of answering these 2 questions, we came up with a fundamental learning that interfaces change human behaviors. This morning on the Tesla Instagram post, I saw a dog waiting for the door to open and the owner to come out, except there's no owner inside because the car was auto parking and the dog was really patiently waiting outside for somebody to come out. So these are the 2 questions we asked, and this was fundamental to answering and solving this issue of learning 100 years of knowledge. So we had a chat, desktop based, we have a mobile based chat, we have a Google-like search. We experimented with Alexa, I'll show that to you in a bit, but we thought interfaces are really critical in how we impart, share, and collaborate across the company. This is how the chatbot looks. We work with our partner company, Actionable Science. Alexa in Japan has 2,300 skills. Our chatbot today has 2,500. We are launching Salesforce this week in our company. All of it is Hey Caro enabled, as we call the chatbot. This is a beautiful web page designed by our internal designers in our company. This is the employee intranet. The chatbot is on the widget, right? And you have very simple functionality. Now we also have search. If you look on the top, I looked for East Race Donut, and I got about 259 results from within the company in roughly about 2.01 seconds. So interfaces fundamentally change human behavior because you're using the time that you have to think very differently about your job and what you want to learn. Now, as we go forward, we thought we will experiment. Last November, we did a pilot with Alexa in our office in Michigan, and it was beautiful. Imagine if you had an Alexa across all your coffee machines, across all your locations in the world, where people are asking and learning. So 4 interfaces, mobile, web, through search, but the important piece is this. We talk a lot about diversity and inclusion. You cannot have inclusion if knowledge is hoarded in the company. So the first principle of inclusion is really sharing. So we have a 46-member team across the company, across all the functions that are actually what we call as the Hey Caro team. And they bring this knowledge together so our employees can actually have them at their fingertips regardless of where they are. These are people that we call our Fantastic Four. Truck drivers, customer service representatives, technical bakers, all people who touch customers every single day. Imagine when they stand in front of the customer, what 100 years of knowledge would look like. So first, quick introduction. This lady is called Caro. It's named after her creator, Carolina, who was one of my team members. And to me, agility really blurs the lines between customers and employees. And an example of it, we get notifications all day. So the Caro chatbot actually sends you a notification every day in the morning. You touch it and you learn one thing in roughly about 0.39 seconds about your company every single day. So we do marketing mailers. This is a monthly mailer. We also run mini learning programs. So if you actually ask the search or the chat these 5 questions, you learn something about gourmet donuts. That's Workplace by Facebook. We use that as an interactive tool to engage all our audiences. And for all of the HR people as a service model, 80% of our queries, information needs, and knowledge needs are handled by this platform and the thinking called Hey Caro. That reduces the imperative on other people to handle it. We are tracking close to about 80 to 79% of people saying what I got back as an answer was effective. We also have how-to guides in that. Everything is done in 3 to 5 steps. You can literally find any how to tie a shoelace, you should have a guide on it. So it's a how-to culture. So let me close by saying and putting forth this argument to you, agility to me is being at the speed of your customer. When your customer has a question, your team is actually anticipating it and ready for it. Thank you.